What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Pet Shop Boys, and we're returning to the 1996 album Bilingual. Thank you again to Seb. And the next track in the playlist is A Red Letter Day, which is a phrase I think that goes back to antiquity, particularly in ancient Rome, the Roman Republic, maybe even more narrowly, but I think it has continued through the Middle Ages on into the present, which is to say, days on the calendar marked in red for special significance, often religious, and particular sects or religious traditions may highlight different days for feast days or holy days, but those, I think, again, going back to the Roman period, were marked in red ink. They were marked in red to highlight their significance. And again, these are sectarian or specific to one group or community or movement, and thus one red letter day may not apply to all, but yeah, it's a day of special significance and importance. And I think in modern times it's used idiomatically, meaning not necessarily religiously, but a red letter day for me and my friends, or for me in the life trajectory that I'm on. So I feel like this could be less explicit in terms of the historical significance of the phrase and more part of a specific interpersonal or personal narrative. So all that talk may not have anything to do with the tune. Let's give it a listen and see what I can catch. This is Pet Shop Boys. The track is A Red Letter Day, and it's from their 1996 album Bilingual. More of that drumming.
Somehow new
So, first off, those drums, it does feel like more than anything else, there is this connecting thread running through the entire album with these drum percussive rhythms, which were overtly part of multiple tracks, and here, excuse me, seem to bookend this song and frame it within the larger flow of the album. So, beyond that, God, sorry. Are we alright? Have I survived? I think I survived. So, okay, sonically, definitely a smooth dance floor type tune, which is to say, it felt more like pop dance, meaning there weren't a lot of electronic sounds, like real kind of underground dance type of sounds. God, I don't know, I'm dying all of a sudden. So yeah, I'd put this more in like the synth dance, like pop dance kind of category. And again, Neil with smooth melodic sung vocals. And lyrically, it sounds, I mean, first of all, I thought it was a personal narrative, and I think it basically is that, and he's saying that he wants whatever this other person does. So whatever makes the other person happy, whatever is special to the other person, that's what the narrator wants. And he's waiting for days that can be special in that way, in which the other person might say, I love you, to the narrator. So it's a very seemingly sweet and devotional type of track. But I gotta give them credit. The line, you can sneer or hide behind the veneer of self-control. I think I'm missing like a rhyme there. But it was something like that. Like, oh, you can disappear. That's right. You can sneer or disappear behind the veneer of self-control. But for those of us, what was it, who are, I don't know if it was outcast, but it was the idea of those of us who, aren't the normal, or who aren't in the accepted group, and who are often told that we're living a life of sin, or by implication treated poorly, or as outsiders, or as people who have something wrong with them. Here's to a different way of doing things. Here's to those of us who aren't part of the in community, but are part of this other community that is, on the margins, but who are here proud of what they are, and who, can take solace in each other and find camaraderie in not being, those who pretend that they have everything under control, pretend that they are normal and moral and so on. So it felt like suddenly it was making a larger point, and maybe, because at first it was like, oh wait, is he talking about this other person who, might like occasionally say, oh, like, I'm not like you, or, you say that you want what I want, but, like, this is not what you think it is, or whatever. I thought it was making a point about the other person, but then when it went on with that section, it was like, oh, it feels like it's making a larger point here, and maybe he and the person that he's addressing are part of the misfits, or the marginalized, or those who are, again, critiqued by those who are more, what's the right word, traditional or normal in their way of viewing things. So yeah, lyrically, I'm curious to hear what people have to say, because that section kind of shifted what I was thinking about the tune. But either way, I do think there's an interpersonal, emotional narrative here, and again, seemingly devotional, or at least very sympathetic and affectionate toward the person being addressed. And as I said, I enjoyed the smooth sonics. There were those like synth orchestra hits, and I would say the choral, even like religious choral type vocals, they did fit with, my historical understanding of the phrase Red Letter Day. So it seemed to be playing off of that. But then again, the Red Letter Day seemingly was about a day when this other person would regard him as special, or would actually be affectionate back to him, or they could celebrate and be affectionate together. So it felt like it was playing off of the historical usage of the phrase, including in the sonics, but then applying it more narrowly and interpersonally. So let me know if I'm wrong with all of that. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I very much enjoyed the tune, and I like the way it's part of this larger sonic conceptual or thematic thread running through the album. And once again, I always enjoy hearing Neil's smooth and flowing vocals, even if I have enjoyed his more syllabic and spoken vocals that we've heard on this album, and even going back to the end of the Relentless EP. So yeah, looking forward to more. I will see you next Wednesday with the next one. Let me know what you think, and I will see you then. Peace.